But for now, a watch on Daniel McBreen, the tactician, who is going to chop up what makes Juan Mata such a special player, Mako. And as we were saying in the green room before, he's never been a player who's faster than anyone, stronger. He doesn't have an outstanding attribute, aside from maybe his ability to read the play and understand, but it's despite those sort of physical limitations, he still just stands out.
Yeah, exactly right. It's the physical limitations are improved massively by the brain that he's got in his head, the football brain. So we're going to have a look at some of the little details that turn good players into great players and things that you might not think about. Now, if we pause it right there, as he's coming into shot here, just watch this as Mata coming towards the ball, but watch him look over his shoulder. He scans once now as the ball comes. Now he's scanning again. Now as he receives the ball, he has another quick look. And with those 3 scans now, he knows he's taken his touch on his left foot, preferred foot. Now he's scanning, looking, going, now I know where the runner is. And he's got the ability to find the run. Look at this. It curls it outside and goes to Velupile. Now look at this run here. Comes away from the space he wants to go into so he can come back onto the ball and be ready to attack it with his left foot. Okay, touch doesn't quite get it in the goal, but the angle of the run, that small detail, changes everything about when that ball comes to him. He's allowed to now run straight directly at the ball and he's on his preferred foot. Small details to draw defenders away as well.
If he doesn't do it, there's no chance.
Correct. Correct. If he runs in a straight line, it's a much difficult ball because it's coming across his body. It's a much harder ball to strike, but those little details change the whole perspective.
And I think you also have to say, when he first received that ball from the centre-back, I think that Victory's done well to play to his strengths because they're willing to give him the ball. Even if there's players around him, he's technically good enough to handle that situation and he knows his surroundings, as you said. But that's the thing Melbourne Victory is doing well, is they're just giving him the ball. And I think last year at the Wanderers, they weren't doing that. I think that's why it was so frustrating for him.
And the other thing that we'll notice, I notice a lot in the A-League too, is when he comes and gets that ball, he doesn't go beyond that line of defenders. He's in line or just be off the shoulder for them. So they have to then drop to come back to try to stop him. Rather than him going in front and making it easier for them, he's just off the shoulder, just in behind, and that gives him a little bit more space as well. Now, let's have a look at this one. This is his assist in the same game. Now, we thought this was a play. Now look here, he's going to everyone. Go in, I'm going to play this to the back spot. He can see Velupile on the far post there. Now, we thought this was a set play. He's just recognised that in the moment, but he also has the gravitas to say to everyone, "Oi, all of you get out the way, go in here because I'm going to put it on that spot." And when I also have the ability to go, I am going to put it on that spot. And he stepped up and did it. And Velupile is standing at the back post unmarked, but he created that because he has that aura that they all go, well, what he says we do. We're going to do what he says.
And the technique on that pass as well, he didn't whip it like he often would at a corner. He knows that he's going to have to try and shoot this first time. So the way he flights the ball was so that it was more easy to volley as well. So I think that, you know, the detail that he has in those moments and his technical quality was on display for sure.
Gravitas is important as well because how many other players go like, and the others are like, no, mate, what do you think?
We're fine, we know what we want to do. Yeah.
We'll just follow the playbook, thanks, pal.
Exactly right. Now we'll have another look on here. This is another assist in the game. Now here, great first touch. Now as he turns here and has a look, you can see scanning, a little bit of deception. Now look here, opens up his hips so he can go backwards or he can go into the central area. So that drags the midfielder away just a little bit to open up the space. When he plays that ball, he looks to go get it again, but realises I'm not going to get it. Watch his reaction straight away. Jean Ro's in trouble. I need to come and help. I'm not a guy who's in the middle who's going to get a header. Now, before the ball even comes again, he's come and he's scanning, looking. That now means he knows there's no one here and he can let that ball roll across his body rather than stopping it. And now he's got his head up again, the composure to pick out a player. It looks simple, but it's the mind of a footballer who knows exactly what's happening and can react quickly at all times. Not only react, but be proactive and know where people are going to be so I can move and get there better.
And that's another sign of the top players is they make the simple things, the difficult things look simple. And I think he's a great example of that because everything he's doing is technically not easy to do. If you're sprinting 100 miles an hour into an area with traffic, to take a good touch and play the right pass is not an easy thing to do, but he seems to do it almost every time. But I think another thing that's worth mentioning is he's developing a great relationship with Denny John Rowe, I think, in the midfield, because both players like to look for those short little combinations, and I think they're the perfect foil for each other, and I think other teams are finding them both too hot to handle, and we saw it for that goal there as well.
Yeah, and he doesn't overcomplicate things. Do the simple things well, and it takes you a long way. Then you can sprinkle his little bit of magic dust on as well. Let's have a look at his another assist of his here. Now, this is one where he picks up the ball here. Now, this is a perfect training drill, 3v2. Now, if he plays that ball now, where you see a lot of players do it, they'll play that ball across here. The defender here can move across and cut that off. So you're always telling with your kids when you get the ball, if there's space, you need to drive and commit a defender. And watch the defender. As soon as the defender stops on his drop, he just stops there. He knows he's got him out of place. The perfectly weighted pass for Santos to get it on, open his hips and use his right foot, not overhit so it's out on his left and he's stretching, but he commits the defender, rolls it in just enough for him to open the hips and put it away. Perfect timing of the pass, perfect weight of the pass, and just made the goal look like it was so simple.
These are the things that actually are genuinely simple. This and the previous moment where he realised there was space so he could let the ball roll across him. How teachable are these things? Because these are the things that I think a lot of Aussie players don't have, that little final detail of awareness or a decision not to do something or to do it because of the circumstances around you that's created two chances, opportunities that otherwise wouldn't exist.
Well, these are the things that when you're teaching kids that you will teach them, it's repetition over and over and over again. And the good players, mental good players, they will pick it up quicker. And then obviously their development is quicker because they can pick up these things. Some players, it might take them, like Tommy, it would have taken him 200 times to be told to do something before he did it. But some players pick it up a lot quicker, and that means their growth is exponential. And then these are the players that end up making those critical little factors and making the game become theirs.
And I think that the foundations for him, as you're saying, to let the ball run across his body comes down to technique, because when you've got that much confidence in your own technique, you can get your head up higher. You know, you don't have to be worried, can I control this ball? You know you're going to control it. I think that's where what separates those kind of players. And if you think of an Australian example, someone like Aaron Moy, he had outstanding technique, and he was also a player that could do that because of his technique. I think that was the foundation that allows these other things to happen.
Not going to respond to the McBreen drive-by. That's very mature of you, Tommy. That's good.
I get a lot of it, so it's just white noise.
Very good. Good areas from you, McBreen. That was enlightening stuff.